Welcome. This demo is about hybrid data management with SAP Data Services and SAP Data Intelligence Cloud. The scope of this demo is data movement from on-premise data services data store into Data Intelligence Cloud Kafka Target. Here's what we need on the data services side. On the data intelligence side, we will be doing the needful as mentioned here. Once logged into the data intelligence, we select the connection manager and test our data services connection for the status to be OK. After testing the connection, we will change our perspective to Data Intelligence Modeler. From the Operators tab, we will pick up the new Data Services Transform operator designed for hybrid data management. Data Services Job Operator will not be used in this scope as it is designed for Data Services Job Orchestration. After selecting the transform, at the Configuration tab, select your Data Services connection ID that you have tested previously. Thereafter, the available repositories get listed along with the configured job servers within the selected repository. Let us take a look at the data services instance and identify the table and its data store to be used as source. QA_DEPT table data will be moved to Kafka with the data as viewed. Please note the repository name, the job server name that have been selected previously on the Data Intelligence interface. The Graphical Editor tab of the Data Services Transform is equivalent to the Query Transform within Data Services. This is where the source table QA_DEPT is selected and mapped to the output schema. You will see that we will drill down into the repository, then into the data store connection, and further drill down into the particular table QA_DEPT. Let's refer back to the data services environment, and you will see every parameter that we are showing here, even up to the schema level, is an identical access from the Data Intelligence interface. You can observe the complete path to the source table, including the schema name, is available from the Data Intelligence side. For a quick developer sanity check of the data services connection, a check utility has also been provided. The projection object within the scope of data services transform enables column mapping, applying filter criteria, etc. We have to connect the projection object with the data source object, and that will get us the input schema. Once we drill into it, we will map the input schema onto the right-hand side, which is the output schema. Once mapped, the output schema will be used for output. In order for the data to be passed out to the port, the output object needs to be defined exclusively, and once you do that, you should be able to see that the columns gets listed. For the convenience of arranging the objects automatically, the layout organizer can be used. Please note that these output schema to be passed into the output port also shows up the output property. Kafka producer operator is used to write the data into Kafka. The wrench icon is the converter that is being used for converting table to message type data. Kafka endpoint and its respective topic location is critical. At this point, we are ready with the data intelligence graph to move the data from data services enriched data container into Kafka. In order to validate the data movement graph, another graph with Kafka consumer is designed that will send the output to the terminal operator. We will connect the terminal operator to the Kafka consumer, but in the Kafka properties, It is important that the identical endpoint as the producer uh, operator is defined along with the Kafka topic. Both the graphs are ready. It is time to execute the graphs in sequence. It is important for the first graph to be in the running status before we execute the second graph. Once we see that blue running status on the first graph, we select the second graph into our tab on top, and from there we hit the execute button for the second graph. Once the second graph reaches the running status, it is time to test the arrival of the data into terminal operator from the Kafka consumer. Terminal UI shows the data that has been moved, which is copied in a notepad for convenience of comparison and is compared with the data services view data option at source to make sure that the data matches for this demonstration. This brings us to the end of this demonstration session. Hope you liked it. Thank you for watching.